The problem with us Africans is that we are quick to forget and we are very fast to forgive. The Jacob Zuma visit to the Afrikaner church not only hits a different nerve on me, but as a Pan-African, I just want to remind some of you what type of business, what type of people we are dealing with.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Black Heart, the Hustle Continua. 100% good quality t-shirts, made to inspire your goals and dreams. T-shirts are now available at an affordable price. Place your order now. 068-473-6908. Instagram at Black7576. Facebook page Black Heart.
Zuma must go! 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 Zuma must go!
Zuma must fall, Zuma must fall, Zuma must fall, Zuma must fall, Zuma.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane Zinjiva, Mr. Easy Imali Enenginehi. And we're back at it again with another one. And this time around, ladies and gentlemen, we are discussing part 2 of the Jacob Zuma visit as a keynote speaker to the Afrikaner church. And this time around, I'm covering what Jacob Zuma said. But this on covering what he said, I also want to remind us as Pan-Africanists, why is it that Africa has never been able to move forward the way it's supposed to move forward? Ladies and gentlemen, it is without a need for reminding that these people that we are talking about is our colonizers. Now we need to take our colonizers and place them somewhere in a category. We need to place our colonizers in a box where we say, when we open this box, when we deal with this type of people in this category, this is the attitude that we apply. Now, not so long ago in 2017, almost the whole country of idiotic black people and coconut black people, clever blacks, took on the ranks with the white DA that initiated the strike of Zuma must fall. Now you guys remember what happened. Everyone was blaming Jacob Zuma for everything. I mean, petrol was just 13 rand, 40 cent a liter at that time. We were paying very little in our interest rate. Eskom was working, Transnet was working, Gauteng was built. Everything was working at that stage where we were saying Zuma must fall. Well, not we, but the South African country was saying Zuma must fall. And at the forefront of the Zuma must fall campaign was the Afrikaner people. They went out in their numbers, showing their distaste of Jacob Zuma. Zuma must fall, Zuma must fall. You guys remember those moments. It's not so long ago. And guys, let me remind you, 1993 is not so long ago. 1992 is not so long ago. 1976 is not so long ago. 1985 is not so long ago. These people not so long ago were calling themselves European. Not so long before 1994, white people in our country, the Afrikaner people, never considered themselves as Africans. They always said that they were European. Now I'm going to get into what Jacob Zuma is saying. I'm just tenderizing you before I get to that part. I just want to remind you what type of people we are dealing with. And they were happy to gather some blacks, some blacks that were clever, and also the EFF people were there. But remember, the EFF had a political mandate to take down the ANC. So their mission was different. It was not as per se they were after Zuma. They were after the ANC because the ANC kicked them out, and Jacob Zuma is the one that fired Julius Malema out of the ANC. So it was a personal thing. After they drank coffee, you stayed with the anger of Julius Malema versus Jacob Zuma. Well, they have washed it off. It was water under the bridge. They love each other now. In fact, they are speaking about a coalition government between MK Party and EFF. But the white people never turned around and said, we want Jacob Zuma back. Even when Jacob Zuma left, they did not leave him like that. They started another campaign smearing his 9-year term, calling it the 9 wasted years. These are the people we are dealing with. And these particular people that Jacob Zuma went to were probably law enforcers. There were probably people owning land, probably still own land right now. There were people that were racist towards our African people during apartheid. Why? Because they were the older generation. The older generation, they pretend like they didn't even know English. That is why they kept on saying, Jacob Zuma, you are in an Afrikaans crowd. They wanted Jacob Zuma, actually like Cyril Ramaphosa, who speaks Afrikaans very well, to speak Afrikaans to the people. I was so very disappointed to see Umsholozi dancing and singing around for those people. And if Jacob Zuma comes to our church and he sings for us, the least we can do is stand up and clap our hands and pretend as if we like the song, for God's sake. But when you deal with Afrikaner people, if you have not placed them in a category, if you are just saying, these are humans, they are all like all of us, you are sadly mistaken. Now, my disappointment with this visit is that where do we draw the line as Pan-Africanists? You understand? And I'm just a young Pan-Africanist. I'm a small boy compared to Jacob Zuma. I'm a speck of dust. I'm a nothing. You understand? So I will always add this sentence that I'm gonna say next to everything that I speak to about Jacob Zuma, about Pan-Africanism and all that, because I'm still yet a student. So I will keep on saying that maybe I don't know better. As a Pan-Africanist, maybe as a young man, I am too radical. Maybe as a young man, I don't understand the political strategy that Umsholozi is employing here. Maybe I don't understand what actually Pan-Africanism means. Maybe Pan-Africanism has to be redefined. Maybe, I don't know. So I will say that when you are attacking me on the comment section, which is okay, I love the engagement. Engage me on a point where you on a point of view where you understand that I am saying I admit that maybe I don't know better. With that said, as a Pan-Africanist, you guys will never see me in a white church discussing issues of land or discussing political things with the Afrikaner people. Never. I'm not interested in anything that I'm doing. I'm not interested in their money. I'm not interested in their opinion. I'm not interested on their point of view. I'm not interested in their contribution. I'm not interested in anything. Why, King? Why are you so full of anger, King? I'm not full of anger. I treat people the way they treat me. And the way these people have treated us. And it's sad that we say have treated us as if it's the past. The way these people continue to treat us as Africans, we must be embarrassed that there is no, I don't want to say anger. You know, when there is a dog that bites in the street, you know that dog bites. But we keep on walking in that dog where the gate is not closed, and it bites us every time as African. These people will never see us as equal human beings. Just on a human being level, never mind on an economical input level, never mind on a school level, never mind on an academic level, never mind on a sport field level. They don't see us as equal human beings. You can hear even when they speak to Jacob Zuma. Now, Jacob Zuma himself did not say much according to what I heard him speak. He did not say much because the only thing they wanted to know is that Jacob Zuma, are you going to kill African people? Are you going to order a military attack on African people? And he said, no, I'm not going to give that type of order. We don't kill people. The only people that we kill is a witches African. Even the great Shaka Zulu has not been recorded as killing a white person, surprisingly. So I'm not sure if I should believe that, but that's what history tells us. But we don't kill people and we don't want to kill people. I want to speak on that we don't kill people part. Let's listen first to the Honorable President Jacob Zuma.
You, the policies that we followed, that even other political, in relation, freedom fighters did not do. And I think that's the reason why perhaps I was chosen to come to start talks about talks and to bring South Africa where it was supposed to be. No killing. Even now, I feel that if we don't correct some of the things, it might lead to people saying, well, maybe let us fight again. That's why I'm saying we need to sit and talk and make our South Africa our country. I will never kill anyone. There will never be such episodes, which were there within blacks and blacks, white and whites, black and whites. We have passed that stage. We are at the stage where we can sit and talk and conclude our discussions and our agreements. So no one should fear me. Absolutely, I'm just a simple guy from Gaza, very simple. I grew up with the sticks fighting. So I know how to fight. But I believe you have no right to kill another person. It's not your person. That is why discussion, getting into agreement, is what we need to do for our country. Whoever will kill somebody else, he will see me. He will see me what type of a person I am. Because we have got no right to kill another human being when you don't want to be killed.
Now, it is fun to me that we as Africans carry this Ubuntu spirit. Let me not say it's fun. It's strange to me that we carry this Ubuntu spirit that we don't kill a person. You don't own a life. So why take a life? You know, that's what we are saying to the Afrikaners. Listen, we will not kill you. We can't kill you. You know, we are Christians now. We are Muslims now. We are people of love. We will not kill you. We will not do that type of barbaric act. But when it was them, they never cared about our lives. I don't need to remind you Africans of the history. What do you think happened in 1994? Do you think there was a restart button that changed these people's minds about you? Do you think there was a restart button that changed these people's hearts about towards you? Huh? Do you think they suddenly lost all their hate and their hearts were filled with love? African people, vukani. Nyankela, vukani. You must go in life understanding who your friends are, understanding who your enemies are. That way you will make progress fast. Do not be fooled by everyone who's smiling around you. Do not be fooled by anyone who calls you a friend. Know your enemies. And I will add, treat your enemies like you know them, that they are your enemies. Treat your enemies like enemies. Don't treat your friends with love and then want to turn around and treat your enemies with love. Your enemies will treat you like an enemy and they will kill you, African child. That is why we don't go anywhere as Africans. That is why we don't go anywhere as Africans. King, are you saying no, we must kill people? No. I told you that I'm an intellectual. I don't have to kill you to make you leave my country. There is laws that we must put in place. And part of those laws is to expropriate land without compensation, without negotiation. Because you never negotiated with me when you took the land. You never negotiated with our ancestors. You took the land and used it as you please. So excuse me, I'm taking also the land. According to the law, we change the laws. So we take them according to the law. No killing. Nobody kills anyone. Take back what is ours. Excuse me, King, are you also going to take Anglo-American mines, the De Beers mines and everything? Yes, thank you. Why are you taking them, King? Because they're in our land. And they started before 1994. Any mine that was not properly acquired post 1994, anything that was built in pre 1994, we look at the mine case by case and we take back. And I said, when you take back, you don't take the full ownership of the mine, you take 51% plus. 50% plus 1. So you own the majority of every mine. So the people will decide if they are sharing, they are selling the rest of the shares, or they are going to be in partnership with the government to benefit the people in the ground. It's up to them. Even your farm, if we don't take your farm, we take the shares of your farm. And the government then controls the operation of your farms. We control who you sell to, where you export, what do you do. Everything is controlled by the government. We're not going to give these people business as usual. We can't. As Pan-Africanists, we should be seeking to take back the wealth of our country back to our people. When I say our people, I'm speaking about black people. Excuse me, maybe you don't know. So the second clip I would like to play is that something that I hear a lot of people, a lot of Africans, talking about blacks against black. And Jacob Zuma made an example that there isn't only wars against black against white. There's also fights between black against black. Let's listen to what he said.
But I think, and I know it may sound funny to put this to you, are you going to exterminate the Afrikaner people? Are you going to chase them into the sea? Or what is your intention with them, Mr. President?
Thanks God you said you are a German. Because the Germans, what they did to those guys there who are doing something others. No, the point I want to make really is that there is history that we went through, everybody. Not just between black and white, black and black. The man I was talking about here, Shaka, created a nation out of very, very tough kind of stuff. And in South Africa as well, it is not just black and white, black and black in particular. They still have problems among themselves. I think what I was saying here is that we develop, all of us, from olden days to today, and we'll always be saying to ourselves, let us be together, let us...
Now, a lot of people like to say, a lot of learned, so-called learned black people and learned stupid white people like to say, King, before white people came to Africa, you guys were fighting anyway. You were fighting amongst each other. This that tribe was fighting with that tribe, and these tribes were fighting against that tribe and all that. And I want to say this: if this house, and I want to make this example, and someone must hear me clearly. My surname is Strong One, is Njiva. If I fight with my brother for my father's inheritance, my father leaves a farm maybe for us, and then me and my brother don't meet eye to eye, and now we are fighting for the cattle, the land, and all that, and we kill one of us kill another, okay? Because you're saying black people are fighting black people. So let's say my brother kills me, because I would never kill my brother. Let's say my brother kills me, I die. He takes my father's land, his father's land also. Does the title of the land change? Meaning, does the same name of the land change? I'm waiting for an answer. You're still thinking about it, African child. So I'll say it again. If me and my brother fight for our father's inheritance, and one of us dies in that fight, because you say black people was fighting black people, and I go away, I die. My brother, who is also Hlongwane, remains with the same title. The same name of my father is still with my brother. So now, here's a scenario. Me and my brother are not fighting, okay? Or let's say even if we are fighting. Here comes a Dutch person who is not of our land, comes and fight us, kill both of us and takes our land, rapes our mothers and sisters, takes our cattle, kills us and takes everything from us. Which scenario is worse for you guys? Our children's children can no longer grow in this land. The title of that land will be changed. The name of that land will be then called Johannesburg. The name of that land will then be called Pretoria. The name of that land will be called Kimberley. For example, you see how African heritage has been lost because it's an outsider that's fighting us. It's an outsider that's fighting us. So don't ever compare. I hate this comparison of we were fighting each other. So what if we were fighting each other? Which family does not fight each other? Which land can you go to and the people never fought? Huh? But when someone comes from outside to come and fight us, it is different. Don't compare the fight between black versus the fight between black and white. It's not on the same playing field. It's not the same thing. As a Pan-African, wake up. Zulu fights Xhosa, Zulu wins against Xhosa. The land is still an African land. Zulu fights Sotho, Sotho wins against Zulu. The land is still an African land, still is owned by African people. But if Zulu fights the British and the British take the land, the title changes. It's no longer the land of the African people, the Zulu people. It is then the British people who take ownership of the land. It's not the same. Stop comparing those two fights. They are not the same. We are now singing for these people. Mshini wam, mshini wam, Why are you singing that song to these people? What is the point? What is the out? They even ask you, they say, can you do something for the cameras? Mr. President, can you do something for not for us, for the cameras, so that we can remember that we brought you here and made you sing in our church. As a Pan-Africanist, get disappointed. There's nothing I can say. You can love it or hate me for my point of view. It's my point of view, and of course, I want to hear your point of view on the conversation. I want to hear what you guys are saying. But for me, I'm saying there's no need for us to go to these people. These people need to group themselves and come to us, and we make them wait at the gate. We tell them, listen, wait there. You want to speak to the king. King said so. You want to speak to Zinjiva. You want to speak to Mr. Easy Imali Neng. Wait there, he will address you quickly. Just stand there. Just stand there. And you make them wait there. So they can understand they are meeting a person of a higher stature. They can understand they are meeting a person who owns this land. Don't come to us and ask us, are we going to kill you? Do you think we are like you? Do you think African people are like the colonizers? And you are lucky we are not. Because honestly speaking, even in the Zimbabwean situation when the land was taken, they didn't kill every white person on site. Did not happen. Africans are not like that. Africans fight in defense of their people. And it is well recorded in history. White people fight unprovoked. White people fight for greed. White people fight to colonize people. That is what happened in our country. Sesikhohlile yini? Sikhohlile na? Ngiyabuza. Huh? And the more the years go, the more you have 40 years of democracy, 50 years of democracy, and we don't take this land back. The more we've got 60 years of democracy, and we don't take this mines back. The more we've got 80 years of democracy, we don't take these farms back. Or there will come a stage where South Africans say, but we don't need to take anything back. But when you look at the ownership percentage, you'll find that these 7% of white people are still owning 60 to 70% of the land here in Africa, in South Africa. And when you own nothing, you only own a stand where you stay with your family. That's all you own. And you are controlled by the white banks where you are paying a bond of 21 years, of which a king can cut you the land and you build the house for free. But now you are paying a bond for 21 years, 20 years plus. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say about this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We don't need a part 3. Please don't ask for a part 3. We don't need a part 3 on this one. It is quite clear what is happening. And I will always say, maybe I don't understand, maybe I don't have the maturity that Jacob Zuma has, and not even maybe, I probably don't have the maturity, the political maturity, the strategic maturity that Jacob Zuma has. So I'm going to say, I'm speaking this as a young man, probably I'm out of order. It's fine. That's my point of view right now. I'll probably watch this video 10 years from now and say, King, you didn't understand what Jacob Zuma was thinking. Maybe. Or maybe I'll watch 10 years from now and say, actually, I was right. So I don't know. But my opinion, without no fear, no favor, I'm going to share my opinion because somebody has to speak for Pan-Africanism. Somebody has to. Because I look at all of this YouTube channel, I don't see a channel that is speaking for Pan-Africanism. And I told you guys, if there's another YouTube channel that speaks for Pan-Africanism, write their name on the comment section. I want to link up with those channels. Those are the channels I need to work with to push this Pan-African agenda. I need those youth panel. Write their names on the comment sections. Please, I'm asking you, because mina ngiyabafuna angibatholi. Bona ama-coconut nje phela gcwele idodi la e-internetini. A lot of let's forgive and love each other and hug each other. Go right. Kungekho right, my African brothers and sisters. So thank you so much. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button. It's very free. We are almost at 20,000 subscribers, which was what our aim for the month of March. I thank you so much, guys, for the support that you are giving me on the comment section. Always so respectful on the comment section. Always so sharing so much knowledge on the comment section. I appreciate it. Still a young man, still learning a lot, but also I will learn in my Pan-Africanism road journey. That's where I'm going to stick and learn. Nothing else, nothing more. I speak for African people. I speak for the unity of African people. I speak for Africans building and supporting each other, protecting each other. That's all. I don't care about other races. I'm not concerned about other races. Don't kill, don't do anything to them. I don't care about them. I'm here for African people. That's all. That's all. And that's why you are here in this channel, because you are also a pro-African person. Until we meet next time, don't forget to pray. And after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.